Hey, welcome back to Little Things 2.0, and in this episode, we are going to dive into goal setting, month closeout, and what all of that can look like, and how to avoid this failure loop of goal setting and everything that comes with it, right? So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling lack of motivation, if you're feeling like maybe, you know what, I just give up on setting goals completely, I don't know how to do it, I don't feel like doing it, I don't even want to think about it, how do I even celebrate what I'm already doing? This episode is for you. Or if you're just, hey, genuinely curious on how do I goal set? What does it matter about closing out my month? What is the benefit for that? We are going to dive into all of it. Goal setting has been my specialty for 5 years or a little bit longer. I've done a habit tracking and new month mapping workshop and training, trained over 100 people in the network marketing realm, specifically on goal setting and habit tracking. And I developed my own habit tracker after downloading just those blank ones off of Google for years that were just like not serving me, and I couldn't figure out what to put on them and how do I even use it and why am I even using this at all, right? So it goes from this free download on Google to actually intention behind habits, what they are, and how to track them. But first, let's dive into the month closeout. Why is this important? This brings in the previous month accomplishments and the current month goals. So, for example, we're at the end of March, so we'll just say, here's my March accomplishments, and here are my April goals. And you can set it up either 2 columns. I like to do just the top is the previous month accomplishments, the bottom is this month's goals. How do I find my accomplishments? I feel like I haven't accomplished diddly squat in my entire life, and I don't even know what to define as my accomplishment because they're all so small. If that sounds like you, keep listening. While you're looking for your accomplishments from March, here are some tips. You can pull up your camera roll on your phone. You can go through, usually it'll go, when you slide it, you can see the start of the month. Focus on the start of the month. So March 1st to the end of the month, I want you to focus on that time frame and that time frame only. And as you're looking through your pictures, you'll go through and you might see a picture from your walk. That is an accomplishment, right? You took a walk. You saw something beautiful. These are accomplishments. I want you to try not to be so quick to judge what you have done, because all of these action steps and all of these pictures, this photo evidence, will show you how much you are truly doing in your life, and that it does matter, it is important, it makes a difference. So you can start with your camera roll. You can go through. You might have went on a date with your partner that you were really looking forward to and it actually finally happened, right? List that down as an accomplishment. You may have finished a book. You may have written a list that you really need to get all those ideas out from. Put that on your March accomplishment sheet, right? Hey, I made a list of all of my ideas. Or, hey, I really took the time and I noticed this and I want to highlight this and celebrate this moment. I took the time to do this, right? Instead of, you know what, I didn't actually accomplish it. Why does it matter if I thought about it? It does matter. It makes a huge difference. And those little things, wink, wink, deserve the honor and the celebration. So list everything that you can think of that you've done, thought of, spent time with as those accomplishments. I will go through and give an example in the show notes. So refer to the show notes for some of my previous examples, just so you can see, so you can get an idea of what it would look like. We can look at the calendar of events on our phone. We can look at our wall calendar of important appointments that you've been to, right? That you've actually went to and done and checked off your list. All of those to-dos, right? Accomplishments. List it down as what you have accomplished in that month. Moving ahead into goal setting, use this space in your monthly closeout sheet to just jot down everything that you would love to do. Jot down what you're currently working on. List out some of your biggest dreams and hopes and wishes, because ultimately, a goal is a wish your heart makes. You can look through your yearly goals if you had that set up in January, or if you're working on that now, you can just take a peek through. No pressure here. You can go through your saved items on social media. If you go on your Instagram and you know that you save things, click over to your little saved bar and go through quickly. What are some recipes maybe you wanted to try? Where are some outfit inspo videos that you have saved? Maybe it's specific products that you really wanted to try. Maybe it's travel plans that you're looking into, workout videos. All of those things that you have saved can be brought into your reality in the term of a goal. There are little traces of hints all around you in everything that you do that can be turned into actionable steps that lead to reaching a goal. You just have to take the time to notice them, to see them, to appreciate it, to let yourself play in the, what if I go after this? What if I give this a try? And a real quick side note on try is that less than 1% of people try to do anything. Simply putting the intention behind the effort is worth it. Celebrate that, honor that, run with that. Lead your life and your path with that in mind. Less than 1% of people even try. I usually don't like the word try, but just remembering that statistic gives that word a little bit more of like a Brady vibe. So pulling in, okay, let's think. April. What are my goals for April? I went through my saved things. I don't yet have a big master list of 2025 goals. Totally fine. We can work on it. We can build it. I want you to find a couple things, at least 3 things that you would like to work on. Is it getting more steps, going for more walks, reading a book, writing in your journal, making your bed every day, upping your water intake, eating healthier foods, making more clean eating decisions? What does it look like for you? Taking a bath once a week, getting yourself a new outfit, a new pair of shoes, a new blanket. My current thing is I saw this shower curtain at Target today and I wanted to bring it home so bad, but I was like, okay, if I come back again and it's still here, I'll get it. So my goal could possibly be to get that really pretty shower curtain and give my bathroom a little bit of a refresh. I also got stuck at the area rugs. I got a little new doormat, right? A little bit of home refresh. That could be a goal. I want to teach you this practice. It'll eventually snowball into something much larger. Please note that time is a social construct, and I'm only teaching you this month to month as a practice to take a moment out of the mundane to stop and think and look and review and spend that moment in review to celebrate, honor what you're doing, where you're going, where you've been, what you're looking forward to, etc. before you just continuously move on and move on and move on and you don't stop and think and look and honor and celebrate yourself. That is the practice and the process of this Month is not the time span, it is just the practice. And we are just using our social construct of time to keep us almost accountable to do this thing, right? To look at our goals, to see where we're going, to see what we're doing. So I want you to pull in 3 things that you would like to do in the month of April and just jot that down or think about it if you're driving when you're listening to this. Think of it. When you get somewhere safe, write it down when you're done driving. What is on your heart right now that you have decided that could just be written off as a wish? I would like you to think of that as well. What is just a wish that your heart has made that you're just like, oh, whatever, I just wish I could go to Bali, or I wish I could spend a month in Italy, but it's just a wish. I'm not going to bring that in as a goal. What is something that you have like that in your life that you can bring into your now as a goal? What is one goal that you want to set an intention to or dig further into that you might have to put a little bit of research into? And I want you to highlight the one that you are putting intention into. So out of the 3, highlight one that we are going to focus on for the month of April. Next to that highlighted one, I want you to list all of the action steps that you can take within your circle of control. What do I mean by that? When you're looking at the action steps that you can take toward a goal, I want you to remember that it is in your circle of control. I'll use this example. Okay, if I work really hard all month long, I'm going to reward myself with this product, with this item. And it's only available on this one website, and I'm going to work my booty off to get my item. Let's just pretend it's like a t-shirt. I'm going to work my booty off to get this t-shirt. Okay, so we're at the end of April. I worked harder than ever on this goal. I met my goal. I go to reward myself with this t-shirt, and the t-shirt is sold out. What happens to my self-esteem? Crashed, right? It is shattered. It is broken. So I want you to remember when you're setting all of this up, the action steps that are within your control, not the external, not tying this goal to an external reward either, because of that flexibility. We don't want our reward to be tied to a flexibility that is not within our control. And it doesn't matter why you're setting your goal up, it just matters of the action steps being in your hands. What are the action steps that can take you to your goal, from your wish to reaching it, from wish to reality? What are those action steps? So for me, for example, on my habit tracker, it might say, grow your podcast. The action step would be, record the podcast. Is that in my control? Yes. However, if my computer were to crash, do I have another outlet in my control? Yes, I can access this from my phone, right? So ultimately, yes, it is in my control. Am I concerned with doing it at a time frame? A habit tracker is a month long. Am I concerned with doing that daily? No. Am I putting pressure on myself to do it weekly? A little bit. Does it matter? Honestly, does it matter if I'm a little bit late? And I'm using air quotes with late. Remember, time is a social construct. No, it does not matter if I'm a little late. It matters that I'm taking the action when I'm taking it. That is it. Not that I'm doing it daily. Unless your goal is daily water intake, then yeah, that might be important for you daily. But if you miss 5 ounces of water, are you going to throw your entire goal away? No. We are going to continuously take the trackable action steps until we reach it. At the end of the month, we are going to look back and see all of the action we have taken and celebrate it. And eventually, when you're doing your closeout, you're going to look at your tracker and you're going to say, wow, look at everything that I did do. Look at who I am being. Look at who I am becoming. Look at the steps I have taken. Look at the intention that I have brought into my reality. After you find your action steps, you can list them out on your tracker. If you would like the tracker, DM me on Instagram at LittleThingsLifeCoachHabit, and I will send it over to you. Write your action steps down next to your target goal, and then when you take that action, I want you to track it. Remember, the key to goal setting is tracking your action. You can write down this formula. Goals plus action plus tracking equals growth, success, and progress. I'll repeat. Goals plus action plus tracking equals growth, success, and progress. Now, if you are looking to reverse engineer goal setting, you can take note of your day, throughout your day, where you are already taking action. So if you are already drinking the water, you are already going for the walk, you are already reading 5 pages of your book a day, researching your trip, researching those shower curtains and the floor mats that you want to do your house refresh with. You already have that in mind. Now, what are the other action steps you can take to get there that you can track, right? Reverse engineering that goal is looking at the action that you're already taking and practicing tracking it. Now, when you do that, you can see, what is this leading to? What might this be telling me? What is this showing me? Is it that I want to make another decision in my life that I want to choose as my goal? Is it because I'm looking for XYZ results? Is it because I'm training for something? Is it because I'm working for something else? Why am I already doing this? Why am I going to the gym already? Is there an ultimate goal that you just have not identified yet, but you're already taking action toward something, and that something is yet to be defined? You can look at that as, okay, I've done this today. Let me take note of that. And then after a while, you can start to see the patterns that you're already in, that you're already doing, and think to yourself, why may I be doing this? Could it be XYZ? And that is your ultimate goal. I want to participate in a triathlon. I want to run a marathon. I want to write a book. I want to XYZ. My wish is this, is your ultimate goal. Now, if you're looking to dive further into redefining what it means to goal set, and you loved this episode, you want to continue diving further into this, download the goal setting workbook. The link is in the show notes. And this will show you how the old way of SMART goals that we were taught back in the day, that you may have heard of, these SMART goals, are tied to specifics, tied to time restraints, and achievability, air quotes again. Achievability. Who is this person that designed SMART goals and said that the A in SMART stands for achievability? How dare someone else tell you that you need to pick a goal that you know you will achieve? How do you know something is achievable until you try? Until you go after it, until you think about it, until it is even a thought in your mind. If you have not achieved this goal before, first of all, if you did, why would it be your current goal? Second of all, you don't know that something is achievable, right, until you do it, air quotes again. We are scratching out the achievability. Anything is achievable. Anything is. That is why you have this wish in your heart to achieve it, because it has been done before. The path has been paved before, and if it hasn't, who says that it's still not achievable? Pave a new path. People do that all the time. New roads are built all the time. That's why there's so much road work, especially in Pennsylvania. There is always something new to be done. There is always a new ground to be broken. There is always something else that can be achieved. And you get to define that, not goal planning. Goal setting is not the time and place to determine something's achievability. You get to define it, just as you get to define your success. You define your goals. You define progress. You choose what is in your circle of control. Defining achievability is absolutely in your circle of control. You get to define it. You get to choose. So, what are your previous month accomplishments? I'd love to hear it. Comment below or DM me anytime. And what is a goal or intention that you have for April? Again, love to hear it. Someone is always out there believing in you. If you can't find that person, be that person. And I'll talk to you soon.